Dogfood comes sprinting out of the door, transforms their claws into their hands into like these bestial claws, and you just see like as she reaches forward, just like and tries to wrest this person off of Nell, you just see the whole arm come off.
Sweet.
Come on, guys.
Nell stands there, cracks her knuckles, and just says, "Thanks." She walks over to the vampire whose arm you ripped off, kicks him over, reaches inside of his hoodie and pulls out the tablet and puts it back inside her jacket. And then she kicks him again in the ribs.
Is it one of our existing cast of characters?
My best guess, probably this Tremere. Probably he's sussed out that we're working together. Hired these dudes to get one of the tablets.
I don't like that guy. I gotta say.
At this point, I don't either. Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Court of Cups. I am so excited for all of the adventures our Coterie is going on today. But before we start, let's go around and introduce our players, and then eventually myself. I'm going to go last because I have no idea what I'm going to say. Take it away, Holly.
Hi, everyone. I'm Holly. Yeah, that's me. I play Elizabeth Wonder, a Toreador wine mom vampire who makes a lot of bad decisions.
Lidija.
I play Charlotte Lamb, Dr. Charlotte Lamb, cannibal psychiatrist extraordinaire who is in the Macavian clan. Macavian.
Yeah. Close enough. I mean, they're the children of Malkov or Malkav. Wait. I mean, we also say Camarilla, and I think technically that's Camarilla. So who knows at this juncture? Tabitha.
I'm Tabby. I play Ulrika Draeger, a charismatic hacker of the Brujah clan.
And Patrick?
I am Patrick Groome. I play Dogfood, who is kind, humble, and down to rumble.
That's not true at all. Not the kind part. Granted, there was, you know what? We should change it to kind of humble.
Kind of humble.
Kind of humble. Kind of
rumble.
humble and down to rumble.
Well, this is why we workshop these things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just needed a little bit of adjustment. And that leaves me. I'm your storyteller, that bronze girl. We're gonna get right into it. Last time our coterie met together, a lot of stuff happened. Now that I'm thinking about it, you went to this really cool Thai food place, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elizabeth was the only person who could eat Thai food. Mm-hmm. It smelled amazing to some of you.
It was great.
You that are a little bit more undead, maybe didn't smell as great. Dogfood had a rough episode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you recap because there was a lot of bestial failures.
Oh yeah. I broke my non-lethal playthrough.
Yep.
I accidentally killed a man at the zoo. We've all been there. You know, this is really art imitating life. But and then felt suitably bad about it. But then managed to get out some of my anger on some of my clanmates who showed up ready to rumble. And I matched that energy with kind and humble and came out ahead.
There was also some group therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've started having therapy because we have an on-site psychiatrist, so why not? Because the description Dogfood has a rough episode has been the last 3 episodes.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I think Dogfood is just in need of someone to chat to.
Lots of bad rolls in general.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, Dr. Charlotte did attempt to save your brutalized victim, but the rolls were not in anyone's favor.
It was a bad roll.
Yeah.
It was Well, some might say that the rolls were too good. Is one way of looking at it.
Yeah, it's true.
They just worked their way around.
I mean, we also had some interesting things happen with Elizabeth. Elizabeth reached out to some of her clan members to maybe socialize in the future.
Try.
Do your
I mean,
best.
It kind of went pretty well. If I remember correctly, you successfully succeeded in impressing Rene.
I did.
And,
I know.
He was quite taken with you.
That was
Uh-oh.
shocking
Yeah.
for Elizabeth that someone actually like was impressed by her, because it's just been a series of failures so far. So
Maybe luck will change.
yeah.
And seems like in this session, well, roughly, your new ride will be ready, Ulrika.
Ooh.
Sick.
So that's pretty exciting too.
Oh, this morning, someone described that episode as vampires buying cars and drinking coffee.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's pretty accurate. It's pretty
Mhm.
Yeah.
accurate. Yeah. I feel like the Coterie has gotten a lot of life stuff done this past year.
Yeah.
You need to.
Like
I think
you know, you're
so.
overhauling the business, you have a marketing strategy, you're getting new cars, doing some work on yourselves internally, you
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
with the therapy, like
Planning to assassinate
socializing.
someone.
Yeah, there's like a lot
Yeah.
going on here that's like, you know, you made friends with Nell, who was the Hound.
Hmm.
I mean, that's pretty
I
impressive.
thought she was very attractive.
Mhm.
God damn, you can't steal Mike's jokes like that. And also managed to gain her trust, because this is where we find our Coterie and Nell's gigantic pickup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's huge. It's gigantic. And Ulrika is having a lot of fun with it, which probably does not bode well for Dogfood and Bubba in the back.
Are you like in the bed of the truck? Awesome.
If I remember correctly, they're in the bed of the truck.
So yeah, that's happening. I'm like around curbs and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, and this
Hold
thing
on.
is beefed up. It comes
Mhm.
with all the bells and whistles. It's even got some of the gaudy lighting where you like put
Oh god.
stuff, and obviously vampires, so window tint, heavy ass window tint. And it's a monster. Your approach, and if I was to recap for the audience, you were on your way to investigate a matter, rather a killing of a vampire that Nell asked you to look into. She believes the Second Inquisition is active in Seattle, and there are some suspicious circumstances in which a young kindred from the U District area passed, and she wants you to look into it. While she curries some favor for you with the prince to help you take out your now sworn enemy, Serjeet, or Serge, as you've come to know him, Mr. Widowpeak. So while she barters on your behalf to the prince, who she has pretty good influence with, you're going to look into this matter for her, since she doesn't have time to look into it herself. Your approach is not quiet. Now, it's up to you if you want to park a couple blocks away or just ride up to the dormitory she gave you the address to.
I'm not that silly. I will come to a halt before we get there
Mm-hmm.
in a discreet area, hopefully.
So you're in the university district.
Mhm.
Your pickup gets glances, but usually the nice type of glances.
Yeah.
It's a big vehicle and people are impressed. Finding parking for it, I would normally make you take like a some sort of driving role, because it would be difficult, but we're
Okay.
And that's giving me like heart palpitations. And to park like
Okay.
a big car in the
I was
you have to parallel
imagining-
park.
I was imagining like in a perfect world there'd be a big enough spot and I would just slow-mo like do a crazy flip around into it. But I'm not gonna even try that because I'll fuck up.
No, do it. Do it. Let's
it?
do
I will make you
let's
roll
do a
for it.
roll to Ace Ventura into
Yeah.
a
Okay,
parking
fine.
space.
If you
Fine.
want if you want to back in slowly, then you don't have to roll. I'm gonna give you the
Do you guys want some
Success.
fun or do you
Do
Okay,
it.
fine, I'll do it. I might drive. I only have one dot and drive, so what
Oh,
else?
Okay.
What's the worst that can happen from wrecking
Wits.
Nell's car?
We'll blow up.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's do wits and drive.
All right. Hold on. Is there anything I can turn on that'll help me?
I mean,
No.
you can get a bonus to your die pool by rousing your blood.
No, it's okay. So wits. And how hungry am I? I can't remember from last time.
On my screen, you have 2 hunger.
Yeah, you're at 2.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
That's not too bad.
What is that? I have 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I have to get used to these hunger die. I'm like, I don't know what that symbol is, but it's mine.
you gun the car, whip it around, slide into the spot, and you make it. You don't hit the car in front of you. There is no
Sweet.
car on the other side. However, you are in the red.
Oh.
Just like a little bit. Your rear wheels are kind of in the red.
Oh no.
You can leave it or you can pull the car forward a few inches and admit that you didn't get it in the first try.
Fine, I'll
The
pull ahead.
dog food's going to get out of the
No.
car and just go like, "You're in the red."
Yes.
Yeah. The rule following German in me, I have to pull forward.
Okay. You pull forward a few inches after dog food points out to you. Your ass is hanging out a little bit. You're in the red.
Yeah. You want to get Nels pickup towed? I'm sure
I meant
that
to
will.
do that.
Okay, right. Like, it's a brouhaha thing.
I was sticking it to the man for half a second, and then I have to put it in the right.
Yeah, because otherwise the man's going to stick it to us because we got that pickup turned into a cube.
I don't. The pickup to get messed up. So yeah, I admit my mistake.
The pickup is kind of already messed up. The entire windshield is cracked, if I
Oh.
remember correctly.
From the fight.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
fine.
that's right.
Well, it's
We're
gonna
good.
it's gonna need some body work done anyway. Why not get it impounded and they can presumably they have someone who does it there.
There's
They'll
no
I don't know
Mudlar.
how cars work.
I think they'll just fuck it up even more.
As you hop out of the car, you know, the app is the U District in general is kind of popping around this time. It's late, but college students are kind of in the partying mood a little bit. So it's a little bit quieter than it would be earlier in the night. It's about 11 p.m., but the bars are still busy and they haven't quite let out yet. And it's more lively. It's more lively than you would think or rather it would be a lot more quiet in any other district of Seattle. The dorm is about 2 blocks from where you're at.
Mhm.
As you stroll up to it, you do notice there is police tape that has been kind of put around the front. And almost dropped everything.
No.
There's a girl standing out front who notices you and walks over. And she's dressed very much like your typical college student. Probably too much so for her own good, yoga pants and Ugg boots included. And she walks over to you while holding a coffee that you kind of notice has no steam coming out of it.
Mm.
And
Is it Starbucks?
No, actually, it isn't.
Okay.
It's
Oh, good.
like from it's probably from Herkimer
Okay,
or
yeah.
something, probably a local coffee brand,
Okay.
someplace like that.
All right. No
Um,
judgment then on my part.
She walks over to you all and she says, "I'm guessing you're Nell's friends.
We are.
You here to look into?
We are, yeah.
I can take you around the back. Just so you know, there's still cops in the place, though."
Oh, that'll be fun. Well, thanks for letting us know. You know, we have some anti-cop measures in place.
I'm just like the resident assistant or whatever here for the students, but they've been letting me in and out of the building and just like to manage the students who can't stay here anymore, help them get their stuff. So I don't have that much pull with them, but I think I have a way to get you in from the back.
Okay.
Nell didn't tell me there'd be so many of you though. So if anybody asks, you're all just college students.
Got it. Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Or maybe a lecturer.
My name is Professor Wonder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works
That's a
too.
wonder.
Professor Wonder.
That's a brand.
I teach fashion. That's a class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fashion student.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Probably we should just keep dialogue to a minimum. I'll do most of the talking if we run into
I'm not
anyone.
good at that, but all right.
But well, hopefully if things go well, we won't run into anybody. Yeah. And she starts leading you towards the back of the building, away from the police tape at the front. This entire thing is terrible. We've had police snooping around the place for for hours and hours and hours now.
Ugh.
People asking all kinds of questions. Nobody's released an official statement yet because they don't want to scare anybody. But I mean, the entire thing is kind of grisly. She points out smoke damage to you from the outside of the building as you're walking sort of down this alley. There's like shrubs on either side, and there's like a little patio in the back. And as she's walking, you down this path, she points out the side of the building and she says, set her on fire in her bed.
Dang.
Awful. You can see it. The entire outside of the building is damaged. Took a while before anybody noticed. Obviously, it was during daylight hours. And she like continues walking you back around really early in the morning. From my understanding, about 5 a.m. Did you want any information about the I don't know, what's the terminology? The Vic? The
Vic?
victim? The Vic? I've
Oh, yeah.
heard cops saying it all day.
Sure. Yeah. What's her deal?
Well, I'm not actually even sure what clan she was. I didn't talk to her a lot. But then again, a lot of people don't really talk to Thin Bloods. She, from what I understand, was sort of feeding off of a lot of the students here and trying to pose as one of them, but she's not officially on the records anywhere for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like one of those weirdos that hangs around college campuses but doesn't go to any classes. Eventually people would have caught on. It's pretty risky if you ask me, but here we are. And you see that she's like kind of taking some notes in her journal as she talks to you all.
Can I take a look at
like,
that journal?
Yeah, and she hands it to you. She's like, this is a list of some of the people that I saw kind of around her or talking to her over the past few days. None of them are really new. So I guess like that's the part that's confusing me. But I mean, you guys are supposed to be the detectives, not me. So maybe
Right.
you'll see something that I don't. But don't tell Nell I said that because I'm kind of trying to make a good impression on her, if you don't mind.
Sure.
What was the victim's name? Do we know?
Her name was Sarah. At least that's what she called herself. She went by a few different names. This year, she was Sarah. Last year, she was Saria. The year before that, she was Maria. The year before that, she was Esmeralda. She had like all these different identities and stuff, and she would kind of fall in and out with different groups of students. This year, it was sort of like, I don't know what you want to call them, the liberal arts majors that took her fancy. She was talking to a lot of those types, the sociology types or whatever. She was a little bit of a social butterfly. She would kind of like fall in and out with a lot of different groups. And then as soon as suspicion arose as to like who she was or where she was from, she would reinvent herself and pop up in a different part of the campus. She was on a lot of different people's radars though, because if you want to be honest, she kind of was known for playing it fast and loose.
Got it. Yeah, that's not ideal in our current troubled political climes.
Well, no. And now she's endangered me as well. I'm actually going to school. I'm taking night classes. I cannot afford to have Second Inquisition up my fucking ass because I was in such close proximity to this crazy bitch. But here we are.
So have you noticed anything that looked like a Second Inquisition, like people asking questions, people being very interested in your nightly activities, that kind of thing?
Well, for me, no. But I mean, I do actually some effort to blend in.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right. I'm just saying I'm a vampire.
Wait, what?
Was she going around saying I'm a vampire pretty much, like bragging about it? Or was she just not cleaning up after herself?
But she just looked... She like looked what you imagined somebody to look out of like a Lost Boys movie or something.
Oh.
Like nobody actually dresses like that, right?
Mohawk, leather jacket, all that gaudy.
At this point, she looks at Ulrika.
I just like this before it was cool.
Kind of like the way a real
I was a vampire. What?
Kind of like the way a real schmuck would dress. Someone who like wants everyone to know they're a vampire. They're like, look at me. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that.
At least my hair doesn't go back to the way yours does when you
Hey,
wake up.
fuck off.
Just saying.
Stop. Everyone needs to stop arguing.
I do my hair like this on purpose.
Can I look around the room for any clues? I'm just gonna ignore this happening.
Yeah. So you've been standing on the patio having this conversation. She opens like a back screen door that leads you to like a common room. And then she takes you up these like dingy stairs to the 3rd floor. And the smell hits you. It smells like burning, which is never a good smell. It smells like smoke. There's like the building is almost saturated with it. It gets stronger as you come up to the 3rd floor. And she leads you down the hall, and you see the smoke stains and marks on the walls before you even get there. And she opens the door, and sure enough, you're met with a kind of harrowing scene. There's smoke damage all over the walls and the roof, and some of the wall is like kind of coming apart. All of the wallpaper is peeling down, and there's a bed there in a room the size of a shoebox. And there's ash everywhere. The bed itself is almost utterly demolished.
So there's no civilians that can see me at the moment, right?
No, you were able to.
Okay.
You managed. She knew which routes to take you by and the timing to take you, so that you were able to get up there pretty easily.
So I'm going to turn into a wolf.
Okay.
And I get 1 hungry.
Okay.
So I'll add that. And I'm gonna like sniff around, and I'm just trying to get in all the scents of the room. I'm gonna see if I can smell. Like, does this smell like do I smell something that might smell like accelerant, like gasoline or other like chemical smells? And I'm also gonna. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Continue.
And I'm also gonna try and smell get the smell of people, in the hope that I might, if I smell them again, recognize them.
Okay. So to see how successful you are in these endeavors, let's get a intelligence and let's go with, well, you don't have investigation. Let's go with streetwise in this case.
Okay.
Let's go with the streetwise check
So
just to
that's
see.
3. I got 1. I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So from the smell, you do smell some type of lighter fluid. It assaults your dog nostrils a lot more than it did when you were a human. It kind of gets in there and sticks in there. And you also get the smell of people, but there's a lot of different people you pick up the scent of. So it might be difficult for you to sort it out later on.
Okay.
But you can definitely attempt to do so.
Can I ask Bubba to try and do this, something similar?
Yeah.
And say, hey, Bubba, can you try and get the smell of people? She's probably better at it because she gets more practice than I do.
Yeah.
And just say, try and get the smell of people, and let me know if you smell anyone like that.
Okay.
As we're going around.
All right.
Give me a woof.
Yeah. So we'll have Bubba do an investigation as well. And as Bubba's sniffing around, you know, your new acquaintance says to you all, there's been a lot of cops in and out of this area. So as much as I think it's cool that you can turn into a dog, because I definitely can't do that, I can try to find something that maybe somebody in here didn't touch. And she like kind of starts looking around, and she's like, cops have been in and out of here, and so has forensics and God knows what else. And she kind of like pushes like this piece of charred bedpost over with her foot.
Do I see anything? Can I do just a look around the room to see anything that would have been particularly like a tip off to people who were like, oh yeah, this person, because like dressing spooky isn't necessarily like an indicator someone's a vampire.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a intelligence and let's do awareness roll.
Okay. I don't know. Oh, I have someone awareness. Oh boy. And all right. How hungry am I? I forget. I think I had 1.
You're at 2.
A 2. Okay, cool. Let's see. That is 1 success.
One success. So it doesn't actually take you much to notice, but you see as you're like looking at the smoke damage, especially around the windows, because that's where all the smoke kind of tried to billow out of, that there's 4 clean marks of areas that have not been affected by smoke.
That's bizarre. Can I walk up to them and like tap
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, for sure. So as you walk up to them, you notice that it's kind of like an anchor, a mounting screw, like a little plastic receptacle is in there, and something's been removed from the windows.
That is interesting.
I don't think we got our new acquaintance's name yet.
Mari.
Mari?
Mm-hmm. She says this to you as you're standing
I'll
around.
point it out to Mari and say, "What do you make of this, Mari?" I'm also not touching anything, and I'm kind of almost like this. Like,
Is it something to maybe keep the sunlight out?
Yeah, and Mari comments on that as you say that, Ulrika. She says, "Yeah, I tried to get this like she had these like slats that kind of pulled down over the windows. I took them out before the cops got here because between you and me, they looked very suspicious."
Okay, so that was you.
Yeah, I mean, I have them in a storage closet somewhere if you need them. When the cops commented on them, I just told them that she had moved her mini blinds recently, and they honestly bought it, so I have no idea. It was like these large pull down, almost metallic sheets, like the kind that you put on a store, but they were smaller.
Oh, like those Aladdin shutters.
Yeah. She had 2 of them
Hmm.
on both sides of the window, and that's how she pulled them down. I don't know why she just didn't sleep in the closet. That's what like I feel like most kindred do, but
Bathtub is good.
yeah,
Lay some towels
Well,
down
some
by
people-
the crack in
Well,
the
it's
door.
a
you don't have
pod.
giant metal shutters that, maybe alert everybody to the fact that you're
Well, people who are
sensitive to the
looking.
sun.
Is there a computer anywhere?
There is, yeah. There's a laptop on a very small dorm-sized desk.
Oh,
It's like
geez.
one of those ones that like, the desk like folds down and you can collapse it, but it is currently down and there's a laptop on it.
Can I take the laptop back? Or will the cops know?
The cops would for sure.
Yeah, it has like a
Yeah.
card on it. Yeah.
Oh,
Logged.
I'll go ahead and kind of look in it to see if I can find anything.
Yeah, you definitely
suspicious.
can. Mari hands you a pair of gloves.
Smart. Thank you. What do you want me to roll?
What are you looking for?
Well, I want to see if like maybe she has a calendar or email, or
Okay.
see if she's looking like her search history.
Yeah, for
those
sure.
Things.
Let's get an intelligence and computers roll.
Okay, so then I get 1 extra because it's hacking. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 successes out of 6.
Yeah. So this is like candy. You're able to guess her passwords pretty easily, and where you can't, you're able to recover her passwords easily enough. And you are able to pull up her email. Her email yields useful information to you. You notice that she's been exchanging correspondence with one of the professors on campus.
What's the
I'm sorry, you cut out.
Oh, what's the professor's name?
McTavish.
Tabish. Okay.
Dogfood woofs enigmatically, like woof.
Yeah. And from the correspondence, you notice that they've been having a sort of illicit student-teacher affair that they've been hiding a little bit under the radar. Of course, she's not really a student, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't really, I guess.
He doesn't know that, though.
Right.
He's going to be terribly disappointed to discover that his affair was much less exciting than he thought it was.
Yeah.
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 She wasn't a student. She was a vampire.
From the emails, you also glean that the way they met was through a club that he is an advisor for.
Mm-hmm.
And the club is for the better humans of the University of Washington.
The better humans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That
It
sounds
would be nice to have better
suspicious.
humans. As someone who eats humans,
You're a dog right now.
Woof, woof, woof. So I share this information with everyone. She seems to have been boning some professor.
And I will comment on the fact that Better Human sounds like a front for maybe a kindred killing club.
Yeah.
It sounds like a drink the Kool-Aid club. I know that.
Or drink the holy water.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is it sounds suspicious and it's a dumb
Yes.
name.
Mari nods. She's like, it's definitely a dumb name.
Yeah.
Ulrika, can you use the Google to see when they meet up? Like maybe one of us could infiltrate this club to find out more.
Sure.
Woof.
I could probably get that information for you. I have some information on like club meetings and stuff like
thank you,
that. I
yes.
think there's a calendar in the lobby somewhere I can pull.
Yes. I don't
Cool.
use the Google, so.
I feel like I've seen their flyers around.
Does it happen to show maybe like someone with a stake through them, or like what's the theme here?
Some fire.
Let me go
Fire.
check.
Crosses.
She goes down to the lobby and she's like, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And she disappears out of sight.
Cool. Like the Mosquito Collectors Club or something.
We've all
Do you-
been watching that show.
Do you think I'm going to say to the group when she's gone, she couldn't be double crossing us, right? That you don't think that the Thin Blood would do that?
They better not do that.
Woof.
I don't think there's anything to gain right now if she's doing that.
Dogfood holds up a paw and goes,
Is your paw hurt? Oh, your paw looks hurt. Do you need help? And I'll just like hold your paw like it's hurt. Pet it.
Dogfood's delighted by this because like the dog instincts start to take over a little bit.
Oh no, your paw's hurt. No.
Oh, this is so much better than being a human, she thinks to herself. Everyone's so much nicer to me when I'm a dog.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying we should keep on our toes just in case.
Mhm.
Trust no one.
Only
As
the
you-
coterie.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You're fine. As you finish up this conversation, you hear her steps coming up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the need to warn you of all that. So
Zip
you-
it.
And she comes in and she has a flyer and she like laughs as she hands it to you and she's like, doesn't look like anybody took any of those tabs. And you notice that there's like,
Oh, the pull things. with the
yeah,
number,
pull tabs and no one's taken one. The flyer itself has like, written on the top, the better humans of, UW. And it's got like the husky on it. And then underneath it, it says, meets every Friday night for discussions about morality and the nature of being human.
Woof.
Is that it?
Sounds like they're pretty specific about being human.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Says Mari.
What time again was it?
Like Friday nights at 6 p.m.
What night is it tonight?
I don't know.
A nondescript night.
Yeah.
Thursday.
I don't know either.
Thursday. Perfect.
Also, is it dark at 6 p.m.?
It's quarantine. I don't know what day it is anymore.
Not anymore. It's not dark anymore at 6 p.m. right now.
Mhm. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little bit early for you.
So yeah, we might have to wait until the
Ooh.
club gets out.
We could send Loretta
That's true.
and Bubba, both smart, diligent retainers.
It's true.
I mean, I could go.
Oh, you could?
Yeah.
Like, that's not a little... That's... Sorry, I'm a dog. Woof. I apologize for forgetting that I was a dog.
I have ways and means.
Is it a big cloak?
Not really. Thin Bloods have a different skill set. We're not as good as you guys at other stuff, but then we're better at other things.
Oh,
Yeah.
like going in the sun.
Yeah.
But you can't be a dog.
No.
Woof. Dog food preens a little bit, just like pretty good. Pretty good power.
Except when you want to talk.
How do we
I wouldn't
know-
be able to be there for the whole meeting, but I might be able to.
Well, we don't want to put you into any danger.
Yeah.
So we'd be happy to send one of our retainers, either Bubba or Loretta, to accompany you.
That would be ideal.
I'm not speaking for Bubba Dogfood. I'm just saying.
I mean, I could really use the sort of street cred with Nell.
A large dog.
She's not very fond of thin bloods,
Hmm.
but I'm eager to make a really good impression on her.
I feel like we can help with that. I don't know about how a large dog would do at a club meeting, but everyone seems to love dogs in this city. So
Dogfood is already briefing Bubba.
just like dogs in the corner going.
Ruff, 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 ruff. Some of it's done through nuzzling. Like there's a lot of physical communication that goes between them.
And sometimes they
Mhm.
just
And
forget
tail
and
wags.
start like licking their bits, and then like,
Yeah,
going
they
back.
forget that they were talking for a little
Yeah.
while and just start chasing each other. But Dogfood is going to say in dog to Bubba, goes, okay, so here's what we're going to do. I need you to go on a very difficult spy mission. You're going to escort this thin blood tomorrow during the hated day.
And that's like, I feel like I should let you know as a player, because I feel like maybe you would know this. She can't be out there that long.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not going to be during the hated
Not like,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be more like she can. So when thin bloods are in direct sunlight, they only take superficial damage as opposed to aggravated damage, and they deal better with diffuse sunlight or indirect sunlight. So around the evening time, around 6:30, she'd show up late. She could be there for a certain amount of time, especially if she took some precautions ahead of time. But yeah, I just feel like you should know that.
Okay. So
She's not going to stroll there and like
during the hated early evening,
there you go.
the twilight, you're going to accompany this thin blood and pretend to be their dog, and you report both on the meeting and on them. Let me know if they do anything weird. If something happens, of course, you should protect them, but not at the expense of your own health. If it's you or them, you choose you, because I love you. You're my precious girl. I love your little paws. I love you. I love your little ears and your big silly nose. So if it really looks like it's getting serious, come back to me. But yeah, listen out for those humans. Get a good sniff of very, very, very. We want very friendly Bubba. Like I'm a big. So your cover name for this one is Mrs. Waffles. And try and look as though you're just a big silly dog who just maybe wants to eat ice cream every day, make friends with everyone, get a good sniff of people so that you'll be able to recall their scent. That is your mission if you choose to accept it. But I mean, you should choose to accept it, obviously, because it is to a certain extent your job. I love you.
Ulrika
And
sees
to the
all
outside,
Yeah.
you just hear woof, 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 woof,
Yeah.
woof, woof, woof.
And then Ulrika says, whatever you're saying, make sure to hint that anyone smells like anyone that was in here.
Arf. Yeah, I repeat that to Bubba.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take note of duplicate smells
Mhm.
between these two places.
Okay. So you're gonna send Mari and Bubba tomorrow evening to the club meeting.
Is Loretta going to?
I wouldn't hate sending Loretta. Maybe it's overkill.
I don't know. I'm okay with her going.
It's fine if Loretta goes. I mean, if anything, she needs a day off.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she'd like going to a club meeting.
I do believe Loretta is currently training at Stumptown Brewery to learn how to make
that's right.
lattes.
That's right. That's right. No, she can't go. She's too busy learning lattes.
Oh, God forbid.
Remember, we're improving our look and
We're
our lattes.
rebranding.
Yeah.
Also, because
Right.
Loretta isn't officially like behind the curtain yet, I don't necessarily want to go off to a meeting of vampire hunters and thinking, "God, vampire hunting. That sounds like a lot." And then coming back all enthusiastic.
Oh,
and suddenly we have our own Guillermo.
Oh God. That's true.
Especially because wasn't she a former Green Beret or something
Yes, but
like
she
that?
never hurt us. She loves us.
Former Green Beret.
Well, she might not harm
treated
you, Elizabeth, because you injected yourself into every positive memory in her life.
No, she wouldn't hurt us. She's fine. But she is going to be able to make better lattes. But it seems like this will have to be a Bubba solo mission, I suppose.
Okay. I'm going to turn back into a human now, or into a vampire now, I think.
Mhm.
I've exhausted the potential of different gradients of woof. And go, okay, Bubba's all briefed. She's ready to go. Here's the cover story to Maria. Say, her name is Mrs. Waffles. She's a silly girl who just wants some ice cream.
Oh, okay.
And she's going to be looking after you. She doesn't need to be on the leash. I would really recommend not putting her on a leash. But try not to worry too much.
On a leash, isn't she a vampire?
Wait,
is she just a dog? I kind of thought maybe she was like you and was just like hanging out as a dog.
She's going to be looking after you, so don't put her on a leash. She'll get upset.
Yeah, I understand that, but so you're telling me this is just a dog?
She's not just a dog. She's the second part of my soul. She's my beloved.
So you're gonna send me on this mission with a dog?
A huge dog?
You just come as the no, because it's okay.
Because it's the daytime.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
I'm really glad. This is.
If you want, I can have Bubba attack someone while you watch. If that would make you feel better.
No, I mean, no. If you say she's gonna help if shit goes down, then that's good. I mean, ideally, shit doesn't go down. Ideally,
she's also there in an investigative capacity.
Her job, yeah. No, I get it. I don't have dog smell.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you're gonna have dog smell.
Oh my God.
On account of she's gonna rub herself on you a lot to try and look friendly.
Well, that just sells this even better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Also, we can show up after the meeting as soon as the sun is down. We can meet you after. If you feel you might need some backup.
Though I feel like for this kind of meeting, us showing up the moment the sun sets is probably not the best idea.
Maybe out of sight. We don't know if they're pro-human yet. We don't know.
My hope is that there's just some weird morality club and they don't try to murder me. That would be ideal. But out of everyone here, I have the best chances of passing as completely mortal. So I should probably be the one to do this.
Yeah, Nell would really appreciate it.
Yeah, Nell would.
We will put in the bestest of words to Nell.
Okay. Perfect. I'll do it. All right. And I'll report back to you. Do you have a cell phone number?
Yeah, I'll give her I'll give her one of my burner numbers.
Okay. She gives you her number as well, hands it to you on a slip of paper. And then she's like, I'd appreciate if you didn't program it into your phone. If you could just like either remember it or throw away the paper after you're done. Like,
thank you. Thanks for explaining to me how a spy master works. Like, this is my.
Well, some people they just I don't know how good you are with security.
We're excellent, dear. Don't worry.
Okay. All right.
We have so much security.
Yeah, we actually have our shit together a lot. Like, I know you just met us, but very few of our plans are disasters.
I was gonna say maybe 80%.
Yeah, we're very well respected. I tore someone's arm off earlier on this evening.
We have a beige Mercedes as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
beige Mercedes.
Adding my little car in there.
Yes, it runs very well.
It's reliable.
It does.
Are you the type of people to have Facebook? And at this point, she turns to Ulrika and she says, "Are these the type of people to have Facebook?"
Yeah.
And I say to
Ulrika, actually, they don't even know what Facebook is.
I don't have my face in any books. I have not allowed my face to be published in books. I'm going to clarify that.
You see what I have to deal with?
Oh my god, I feel so bad for you.
I prefer illustrations only.
Illuminated text.
Yes.
Look, we're not here to talk about us.
I'm always here to talk about me.
She's here specifically for that, but the rest of us, look, we'll see you tomorrow. Do you want to? We'll come find you.
I'll be in disguise again, but
Do you live on campus?
no.
Okay.
I live in the neighborhood though.
So yeah, let's meet up at. Is there a coffee shop or somewhere nearby?
There's a few. There's a place called the Mars nearby.
Okay, we'll meet you at the Mars when the sun is down.
They serve breakfast 24/7, so they're
I
pretty
Oh.
love breakfast.
She loves breakfast.
You can still eat food?
Yes, that's see, you're good at some things. I'm good at that. I'm good at eating food. That's
Kind of cool.
Yes, that's my given ability. Eating food. Can't turn into a dog or a monster or anything. I just eat food.
I mean, that's like pretty cool though. It's like half of our disguise, right?
Yeah, comes in useful more than you would think.
Oh, you don't have to tell
That's
me.
true. That is true.
That's what I've kind of been trying to convince Nell of, is that I might not have all of the bonuses that conventional kindred do, but sometimes that's a good thing, especially when you're trying to blend in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, blending in was my back in the day my best ability. Eating food helps.
I'd love to pick your brain sometime about that. I'm always trying to improve my craft. And you notice like in her journal, she has like drawn like kind of profiles of you. And she says like, don't worry, I'll throw it away after I'm done. I'm just trying to practice character sketches, so I'm better at describing people.
Can I get a look at what she said about me?
Yeah. You notice that for your portrait, she's drawn half of a dog's face, and on the other half, she's drawn yours.
Whoa, that's cool.
I actually really admire that.
And she's like paid a lot of attention to like the markings, like the different like, you know, markings in fur and the different differences and like, you know, where you have certain patches of color versus where you have other patches of color, so she could identify you as a dog as well.
I feel like if she just rolled like a charisma check, she got like 2 or 3 successes because dogs are very like. She likes the fact that someone drew her, and also that drew her as a dog is even better.
She notices and she tears out the page and hands it to you.
Oh, for me? Oh, thank
Oh.
you. If you wanted to draw Bubba, that's also fine, or Mrs. Waffles, as she's now in character.
Maybe during some downtime tomorrow during a mission.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if you did that. All
right. You're going to keep her here with me then, right?
Yeah, she's going to be with you for the night. She's already eaten. So don't worry about it. She'll probably let her out. She's used to sleeping outside. So she's housebroken. But if don't leave her inside too long. Oh, actually, I guess you have to. Okay, Bubba.
I don't exactly have a yard.
I got some puppy pads in my backpack for emergencies. Just lay these down. You're gonna want to lay a lot of them down because she's.
Couldn't I just take her for a pee walk?
Girl. Well, it's the daytime, isn't it?
Well, I could take her for a day walk before we go to bed for the night.
Take her right before you go to bed.
Yeah.
As soon as you get up, she'll be fine. But you can have the puppy pads if you need them.
So wait, you've had these puppy pads
the whole time?
Things, the whole time? Those soak up blood. We could have used those multiple times.
They're not called blood pads.
They soak up liquid.
Yeah, but only pee specifically.
No, any liquid.
Pretty sure if you put any liquid on there, it will soak it up.
What if you soaked up a bunch of blood with these, and then later Mimbly has an accident in the Court of Cups? That'd be a bad smell.
Why aren't you taking Bubba out to go to the bathroom?
Well, your dog's just kind of like...
The dogs aren't allowed in the Court of Cups anyway.
Yeah, but Mimbly knows how to get in and out.
Well, then he can go
we'll
out.
have to have that fixed. I take out a notebook and write
Mimbly's
down,
already fixed.
Get dog door fixed.
Find secret entrance.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like an air vent.
Like I can get more. Like it's not like these are the last puppy pads available.
I'm just saying, you had those the whole time, and we had a couple of messes that we could have cleaned up with puppy pads, but it's fine.
My light just went out. So I apologize. I apologize for the high drama of that moment.
That was spooky as heck.
It's a ghost.
Ghost. I'm gonna go and Dogfood goes and turns the light on.
Okay.
While you all enjoy some.
All you have to
there
do
you
is move around. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're using your kindred powers.
You guys are from the Court of Cups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard of us.
Yeah.
What?
I
don't like
how
that.
you chuckled.
That chuckle. That didn't seem like a kind of.
Oh, you guys are like a local meme.
What?
What?
Yeah, like the place with the really bad coffee.
What?
People
Well-
dare each other to go there. Like that's where you take dates you don't like.
Well, I'll have you know that we are training our barista to be better.
You decided to train your barista after you've ran a coffee store? Shouldn't you do
Well,
that before?
She's also
We
a
have
Green
brand-
Beret.
Yeah, she's also a Green Beret. We had branding issues.
You had branding issues, huh?
Yeah. Obviously,
Okay.
if people think we're a May.
Is it like a known thing with thin bloods where they're rude?
I mean, I was just being forthcoming. I didn't think I was being rude.
Well,
I mean, it's a front though, right? I didn't mean anything by it. Like it's a joke. You guys don't actually care.
well, maybe one day you'll have a front business, and I'll come and say it's shit.
I do care, actually.
Oh.
Don't worry. It's getting better. I dare you to come in later and to check out our fine wares.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, somebody once offered me a latte from there, like as like a dare, like, you know.
Well, if you come in later, I
People
will give
play
you.
games, like, and they say, like, oh, if you lose, you got to drink a full venti from the Court of Cups.
My eyes like twitching.
All
I
20
might-
ounces.
I might try to start to usher. Just like, okay, we got to go now before Elizabeth frenzies.
I will give you a free latte when you come to the Court of Cups next time, and you will enjoy it.
Oh, dang. Well, we had hired a thin blood. Maybe they weren't.
Maybe they're
Well,
bad. I'll have a discussion with them.
We're not hiring another one.
That's probably where the rumor started.
Well,
Who's your thin blood? I probably know her.
Miranda.
Oh, yeah. She's a total gossip.
Oh,
Oh, great.
she's going
time
to
to
have
kill
a
her.
big talking to.
Yeah, it's always great to have a gossip in your front.
Well,
Who knows? Maybe she's been sabotaging your lattes.
probably.
Maybe.
Don't be
I'm
careful,
extremely mad now. You've given us a lot to think about. Thank you very much. Be good
Yeah.
to.
I mean, they also say
Mama.
that you overcharge for your alcohol, but
Yeah, but it's a coffee shop. If a coffee shop does alcohol, you've got a captive audience. That's just salesmanship.
I mean, Flowers down the street does that, and they don't overcharge for their alcohol.
Yes, well, they're not.
Oh, maybe they
kindred.
should.
I'm just
You-
letting you listen. I just do my research.
We upcharge
have-
for the fanciness of being kindred.
We have excellent Yelp reviews.
We're just
We
all
do.
bickering, like still standing in this crime scene.
Yeah.
He should
It's just-
probably go.
Yeah, let's head out.
Did you want to know anything else about? And her mood gets a little somber as she like motions to like the pile of ash.
Well,
No, it seems like they were a big dummy and
yeah.
were a bit too obvious with their kindredness.
Did we look under the bed? Did we
We
look
have
everywhere?
some leads. I mean, the bed's been basically destroyed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like some of the frame is left, but it's like kind of collapsed in on itself, and a lot of it has been just straight up incinerated.
There's no hidden compartments anywhere.
Maybe we should try and
You
get
can
a
check.
cop.
Can we check for hidden compartments?
Yeah. How do you go about it? Do you want to like knock on the floor or knock on the walls?
I think I would just try to look for something that doesn't seem right, like a pattern, or like if the walls have a pattern to it, if there's anything that stands out, and maybe tapping. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an Go ahead and roll. Let's do it. Intelligence and investigation.
No, also, I'm so angry I had to remove
2
myself.
successes.
And I'm
Okay.
smoking a cigarette in the hallway. I'm just like talking to myself about Miranda.
Muttering to yourself. I'll show them bad coffee. They think we have bad coffee now.
Yeah, there's
Or
no
Elizabeth.
way. We're not Starbucks. I can't believe.
I asked him for a chai latte. They didn't even know what it was.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
You should ask for a chai tea latte so they know what kind of chai latte you want.
No. So as you're looking around, you notice that, Ulrika, that part of the carpet looks like it's been like disturbed.
Okay.
And as you lift it up, because you realize it's kind of been pulled loose from where it's been stapled down, you do discover like a sort of hidden compartment in the wood flooring underneath.
Cool. I open it.
When you open it, you find a few different things. First of all, you find several rolls of cash. You find several identifications, IDs. And you also find sorry, I'm trying to think of the word for it, and I can't think of it right now.
So I'm going to grab the cash and the IDs because those are both things that could be useful to me on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
I can probably have those IDs doctored, get some and use them myself.
You just grab the money, like I fucking found
I
it.
just put it in my pocket.
The
You got
cash
plenty
is
of
for
money.
the quart of cups.
You've got a job. Like I sleep
You have
in
a job.
I
That's a
sleep
lot
in a
of
trash
choice.
can.
That's
You
a life
really-
choice.
You're really gonna not let me take a couple of rolls of 50?
You could have asked.
If anything, you should give it to
I didn't say
Elizabeth
there were 50.
for-
It was a couple rolls of cash.
because Elizabeth has
Not
bankrolled
rolls
you
of
so
50.
many times.
No. I have plenty. Just take it.
I'm just
Dogfood, take
saying-
it. Buy yourself something nice.
I'm just saying you don't have to loot, okay? You could have asked for it.
Oh, I'm so like. Do you need it? Are you going through hard times? Do you sleep in the ground?
Do you have a perpetual hard time?
Yeah,
you
you
choose to
choose-
live that
yeah.
way. Just because you're embarrassed about your dang hair.
I'm sorry. I'm, in the, I'm in
Dogfood
the hallway smoking. I just
punches Ulrika in
God
the
damn
face.
it. Ugh. Not in a crime scene.
Mari just like stares at you both like, I don't know if I should break this up or
I would like to use
I just like
the fleetness to avoid the punch.
oh, so you
Alright.
dodge it and you're
Yeah.
laughing.
I want to roll.
All right.
So,
I'm gonna rouse check to get my fleetness.
I feel like
am
this
not-
isn't the first time we've done this tonight.
I'm not
That's
hungry.
hilarious.
And
3
then
plus.
what do I need to so I get to add my celerity pool, which is 2,
Mm-hmm.
to non-combat dexterity feats.
Yep.
All right. So I roll 2 successes.
So I roll dexterity plus what?
So for you with fleetness, you get to add your 2 dots in it
Yeah.
to your defensive athletics rolls. So it'll be your dex plus
Uh-huh.
your athletics.
And I have 0 in athletics. So that's okay. I
I
get
think you
5. I
quite a
have
few in
5
dex though. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 5 dice. It's fine. I've got a blood crit and another success.
Okay. So
So I have that's a blood crit, right? Those 2 things.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a bestial crit. So you
Yeah.
got a bestial crit.
A bestial crit, excuse me.
Okay.
And another
Um,
regular 0 or another regular crit.
No.
That no, not a crit, just the symbol.
Yeah, yeah.
Not 2.
So
Is
you
that
got
5?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 5 successes.
But then I might do something.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But you're dodging.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't feel like, I feel like this would be less of a you hit dog food back and be more of like a humiliation.
Oh,
So
smashing. Okay.
yeah. So as you
thought it was
attempt to punch Ulrika,
Uh-huh.
Ulrika not only dodges your punch, but almost like using the same abilities that she uses like with awe, she lets out this like mocking, like blood curdling laughter. And you feel it like kind of resonate in your head, dog food. Like it's just almost like an echoing, soul shattering laugh that like crawls into your psyche. And yeah, mark down 2 willpower.
2?
This is humiliating. And every single, like, you're suddenly assaulted with like every single time she's made fun of your hair in the past 48 hours.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna now try and grapple Ulrika. This is full
Oh.
PvP.
My God.
So I get an extra dice.
Bestial crits are brutal, and she's a Bruja who's got like a lot of like presence. So this is like, I treat it like an intimidating presence in times. So
I still want to do it. Like I've had
Okay.
enough.
okay, you're gonna have a hard time with it though.
I dropped one of my dice on the ground. I got 3 successes this time.
Okay, so how do you try to grapple with her?
I literally just dive in and try and grab her around the waist because I've got a
Mhm.
plan for what I'm going to do if I succeed.
Are you gonna like whatever that wrestling move is where you like flip me over on my own head? What are you?
Yeah, I'm going to
Suplex?
I'm going to do some shit.
Thank you.
If I get you, if my shoot works.
Hold on.
This has happened 3 times in 2 nights.
Yeah, it has.
I feel like it's
trying
because
to-
I'm
we.
definitely just out in the hallway, like ignoring it and smoking now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like totally went to find the truck.
Can
and
I-
just like
disengage?
Can I like?
Oh, I'll go to the truck too with Charlotte. I'll do that.
While we're
Is
roughhousing.
the window
Yeah.
open?
The window is open, yeah.
But there's people outside.
There's
The
people
window.
downstairs in the
Okay, so I don't want to do that.
sidewalk, yeah.
I was gonna like cat's grace out the window as he tried, but I don't want anyone to see me do that, so I can't do that. I'm just
Well,
gonna-
I mean, it does land. So like she pointed out to you when you were walking up the side of the thing.
Mhm.
So like the window is facing, like if you landed, you would land down in that garden back path that you started out from.
right, not
So it's not a super busy area. You would
Right.
have to worry mostly about if on the off chance someone is down there,
yeah.
or the other windows you fall past on the way down. But there's a reasonable chance they're empty since they vacated most of the building.
It was actually soaring leave, not cat's grace. I think I'll just try to dodge again.
Okay.
It's going to look like a bullfight at this point.
I have 4 successes.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, so you managed to dodge out of the way again. And Dogfood, you kind of like, as she steps deftly out of the way and you're just like running on pure anger and no logic, you kind of fall and stumble past her.
We done?
All right. One more time.
At this point, Mari and like Bubba's like kind of like making weird whimpery sounds. Bubba doesn't like this. And Mari's just kind of like, come on, guys, stop, please. Like, this really isn't the place. There's
All
like
right.
cops downstairs.
Next time, shut the fuck up about my hair.
Well, don't just take money that doesn't belong to anyone yet.
Money doesn't have any owners, only spenders.
Well,
I mean, she is right, though. That's like technically evidence.
You hear like the car honk a couple times outside.
Yeah, like
oh,
a lot
God, why is she honking? Okay.
All right, let's go. I take the money and the IDs and I go. We can sort that out later.
What? There was one more thing in there.
Oh, yeah. The
right.
last thing I could not remember the name of was picks.
Right.
She has a set of picks. For some reason, my brain.
Oh, like lockpicks?
I will
Yeah.
take the lock picks.
My brain completely spaced on like what you call picks. And I was just like, lock magics.
Dealies.
Lock magics.
lock picks.
Moveless.
Yeah, lock.
I'll take those.
I almost called it a lock file. Which is not what it is. That's a different
A
thing.
file is in one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll grab those then.
Okay.
All right, let's get out of here before my ego gets any more bruised.
Mari, like, pats Bubba and's like, looks like you're with me, little lady. And she like leads her downstairs.
All right, she likes cheese. And then
And you notice like there's some disturbance downstairs a little bit. And Mari's like, I'm going to go distract whoever that is, probably the officers. You please get your friend to stop honking for the love of God. And she like goes to the front and points you out towards the back door.
Okay. So we're going to leave out through the back and head to the pickup.
Okay. In the pickup, you find the other two members of the coterie honking.
Y'all need to chill.
We
Maybe
need to chill.
What is the...
I'm not the one starting a fight.
Did we get... Yeah, you are precisely the one starting a fight.
I think you started the fight when you took the money.
I disagree.
There's more money. We have money at home.
It wasn't the money. It was the principal.
You don't have principles. You're a brouhaha.
We have principals at home. Everyone get in the car.
I'm a little bit concerned about the disturbance now. Charlotte, may I make a request that you, being the only person who can turn invisible, there's two things I think we should maybe try and do before we leave. Firstly, just check that our new friend is okay, because there was some kind of disturbance inside. And maybe see if you could grab a copy of the police report.
Well, I will go and check on Mari, but I don't know if a police report is just going to be sitting in the...
I play video games. The police report's always just lying around.
So I'll check on Mari. I'm going to say a most likely no to the police report.
Okay.
But I'll check on Mari. So I guess I just go in and use Unseen Passage. And,
Okay.
Silence of Death to just, like, make sure that that disturbance wasn't actually anything bad. Should I roll anything for that?
Let's see. So I think if I remember correctly, in order to move and be invisible, that requires a check. So you're using Unseen Passage, so you can move silently and move unseen. So for that, you will need to do a rouse check.
Okay. I get hungry.
Okay. So I believe you're up to 3 now.
Yep.
And right before your very eyes, you just see almost like a shadow fall over Charlotte, and then she's gone.
Ooh, that is very cool when she does that. Like,
It is.
I wouldn't say it to her if she were here, but that is... Oh,
She's
fuck,
still
she is
there.
here. Yeah.
I forgot how invisibility works.
And Charlotte makes her way to the front of the building. As you enter, no one really notices you. And you see, first of all, like some people standing there kind of like on security duty, standing around drinking coffee, making small talk. And off towards the back, you do hear something happening back there.
The door is the door open?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna walk back there and see what is happening.
Okay.
In that ruckus.
Yeah. So you walk past like another sitting room in the front that has like some vending machines in there. You walk past like the public bathroom that's like on your left through like a hallway. And sure enough, in the back, you hear Mari talking to somebody, and you hear her voice kind of like floating down the hallway. And she's like, "Yes, officer, I understand no dogs are allowed in the building. However, I couldn't leave my dog at home. She's really, really old. She has a really bad bladder, and she needs medication just about every hour. Yes, I understand." And you hear him saying like, "Listen, we already have had so many issues with like contamination. You need to, we're supposed to be outside. You need to take your other friend here with you." And she's like, "Yes, sir, I will take care of him. I will be sure. I will escort him out of the building. I'm so sorry for all of this. We have a lot of students coming in and out. I'm just trying to manage all of them, make sure they get what they need and get them out of your hair. I'm doing my best to work for you. Okay. I understand. And then you hear them kind of go back and forth for a little bit. And he's like, all right, so I need you to clear out. We're shutting down for tonight. No more visitors. If anybody needs their stuff, tell them to come back in the morning. Yes, take him with you. I never want to see him around here again. And you hear footsteps kind of like as they leave and you hear like the sliding glass door of the back patio open.
So she was there with someone else.
Yeah. And I mean, Charlotte, you can follow if you'd like.
I would like to follow.
Okay. So as you walk into that sort of back lobby that you were in before, you notice there is like a sort of sullen looking cop standing there. And you notice he's like cleaning up glass from like a broken window that like looks into this room. And then you also notice like the back sliding door is open, and through it, Mari is walking with Bubba and another young boy.
Is the person who's cleaning the person who
is the officer
that she was talking to?
Yeah.
All right. Who's this young boy?
Yeah. Do you want to get in closer?
Yeah. Let's just keep going.
Yeah. So you creep forward. You're mad like the officer's immortal, so you don't need to worry about like fooling him. And as you get in closer, Mari and Bubba, Mari are standing there like on that patio area you were in before, and Mari is yelling at a very thin, pale young man. And she says, like, I don't care how much you cared about her. You're jeopardizing everything. You can't just break into here. And he like says to her very sadly, I just wanted to see her one last time. And she's like, I don't care. Get the fuck out. And she's like a completely different person at this juncture. Not the like, sort of more passive person you met earlier. And you notice like she's baring her fangs a little bit. And there's like a almost like a bloodshot look in her eyes.
I think Charlotte's gonna like step in and just kind of pretend to be say something to make it just sound like she is an adult that is meant to be on campus and is just like, oh, is everything okay over here? Like as if I'm just a concerned citizen.
Mm-hmm. Mari is almost like startled by your sudden appearance, and so is the young man. And he like takes several steps back, and he's just like, I just wanted to see her again. And at this point, like Mari just straight up hisses, like almost like a cat. She's just like, like just,
That's not necessary.
She kind of like steps back a little. What's not necessary is trying to break into this building while they're police.
I understand this is frustrating, but we should probably keep a level head and not make it seem like there is anything weird happening. Does this person seem to know that she is this person a kindred at all?
The young man she's talking to?
Yeah.
You're not sure, but you get the sense that based off of your sudden appearance and off of like Mari's change in disposition that he has an idea of what kindred are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll just go back and asking Mari, is this person bothering you? What do you want to happen right now?
Mm-hmm.
Other than him just leaving.
Give me a charisma and persuasion roll.
Charisma.
I keep being distracted by how cool the background is on Lydia's camera.
What are you talking about? Background? That's her office.
Yeah, this is where I live.
Sorry. Yeah. That's the laboratory now. That's canon.
Yes.
I have a crit and 1 success.
Ooh, okay. So she calms down. How do you like insert? Do you insert yourself between the two of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you kind of come between them, she like calms down and like stops baring her fangs and kind of becomes a little bit more like her former self. And she's just like, this fucking idiot was her ghoul. He's been creeping around the place for fucking days. Probably the reason she's fucking dead.
Don't say that. Like, we don't know that. You don't know that. You don't want to bring any attention to yourself with acting out at all.
Sorry, just
I turn around and
foolish.
Ghoulish. I turn around and I ask him what his name is.
Mm-hmm. And he just like, he stammers a little bit and he says, it's Frederick. It's Frederick.
Frederick, is everything okay with you?
No, I loved her. And I they won't even let me in to see her.
Why don't you come with me, Frederick, and to my coffee shop with my friends, acquaintances, and we're just gonna talk to you and talk out this scenario. Because they're waiting for me right now, and I don't want to make them wait too long, because then they'll start honking the horn.
I wouldn't honk the horn.
Oh, okay. I'll come with you.
We come with a stranger, all right?
Sweet.
Because he's a fucking idiot.
The horn is occasionally and passive aggressively honking.
You see like Mari like spit on the ground near him, like she's just like like she's all venom and vinegar.
Yeah, we're gonna get Frederick away from her so he is away from this area, and also talk to him, and maybe he knows something.
Yeah, and as you're walking away, you just hear her mutter like, "Next time I see him, I'm gonna break his fucking legs."
Can't stop if I'm not there. All right.
And you make your way back down the path and, arrive back at the pickup truck 2 blocks down.
Hey guys, I brought a friend.
Oh, takeout.
I wouldn't say that. No, Frederick is a friend of our dear departed.
Was a friend of.
Honk. Yeah. Oops, I didn't see you. I'm sorry.
I gotta imagine it's an incredibly loud horn too on the giant pickup truck.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably got one of the air horns.
Oh my god.
It's just been going.
Well, I thought we could bring Frederick back to the Court of Cups and ask him a few questions about Sarah. Maybe he has any idea, and get out of here since we're obviously getting some attention right now.
Yes, it looks like he could use a nice coffee.
Yeah, get in the flatbed.
I would love that. You're the first person to show me any kindness, he says to Charlotte.
Oh boy.
Charlotte's just like, all right, you can go in the truck now.
He kind of like climbs into the truck and sits across from Dogfood. And then all of a sudden he, like, remembering himself, wipes his hands off on his pants and reaches out and says, I'm Frederick.
Dogfood shakes his hand and says, I believe you.
So are you guys going to try to figure out what happened to my Sarah?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to try and do. And the more you help us, the quicker that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hide anything.
Anyway, I can help. I will. I really did love her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She was really
I believe
a
that you think
person. And I would do anything to get back at the people who did this to her. Animals, beasts. She wouldn't hurt a fly, you know. She was a really special girl.
Is that the case? Yeah, we're a lot like that too. We're the don't hurt a fly kind of blood-sucking creatures of the night. So how long did you
I actually want to end it there. That's why I want to take our break, is like that line of we're definitely not the not hurt a fly blood-sucking creatures of the night.
All right, let's call it.
And that'll be where we take our
The
first
tagline.